Many of us in jury feel like you were underhanded, disrespectful, and rude at times. Um, Explain to us how that was gameplay versus just being an asshole.
Chris, I am sorry if you or other jurors feel like I have been rude to you or, as you said in Shannon's video, prick. That was not my intention at all. I was not under the impression that I was being rude. But like I said, if I was, I'm sorry. That's your judgment, not mine. Sorry, I feel someone outside. Anyway, I will say that I definitely was a friend to most of the people in this house. I think more Lizzie and Jake know personal Josh more than game Josh. Also, I was definitely an advocate for people who were coming to me with some, I'm not going to name them, but some mental help, needing some mental guidance or help, being there myself. So I was definitely a friend. I know it's your perspective, not mine, but I agree, and I'm sorry if you did feel like that.
My question for you is, you and Jake yelled at me whenever I told you guys that I put you in my top 5. Yelling in terms of caps going off, all that good stuff, very mad at me. And then a few rounds later, after we had talked and I had explained why, because I didn't know about the twist, you put me in your top 3. Do you not think that was hypocritical of you to yell at me for doing what you did to me?
Lizzie, I do not believe it's hypocritical, but it's your opinion, not mine. That matters. But when you had put me into your top 5 as well as Jake, it was like you put both of us in the top 5. What are you doing? And it was like 2 rounds after I was told you were throwing my name up there, so I was a little worried. But when I did it, one, you had said, hey, it's okay if you put me in your top 3, like, I get it, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm obviously going to run with that since my hand's already stained with blood. I don't need any more. Easy thing to put you up, less blood. So, and another thing, too, is I forgot. What was the other thing? Oh, yes, you weren't even in my top 3. You were number 4. So you just went to the top 3 after Chris left, because Chris was number 1.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I guess other people are going to ask you, but do you think that causing that, I mean, you think it's funny, like all the drama and stuff that you cause unnecessarily? Like, is that your gameplay? That's my question.
To answer your question, no, I do not think it's funny. Does it look like I think it's funny? No, it's game. Gameplay and personal are 2 different things, and if you can't separate that, you need to learn how to separate that, because I'm not going to play differently based on if you can take it or not, because that's not me. I'm going to play the way I want to play, and if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose at this point, because I'm over it, honestly. And to say that I'm a prick is disrespectful, especially since it's something game related. And I mean, if we can't separate game and personal, that's not on me, that's on you. So to answer your question, no, I do not think it's funny, and I did not start any unnecessary drama. Everything I did was necessary for my game to get me where I am, and that included getting you out, and Amanda out, and Joey out, and Chris out. Anybody that targeted me, I mean, I had to do something because I was getting voted out every single round. So thank you and goodbye.
Hey Josh, so the round that I was voted out, I came to you and I told you that if you lied to me about not voting for me that round and made it to final 2, that you wouldn't have my jury vote. So I had a feeling, but now seeing your top 5 alliances, I know for a fact that you knew how votes were turning out that round, and you knew that if I didn't win the comp, I'd be going home regardless. So my question for you is, having that information and knowing that your jury vote for me was dependent on your honesty in that situation, why did you continue to lie?
Yes, I did know that the votes were going to lie on you. Amanda, yes, I did know that the votes were going to lie on you. And yes, I did vote you. But I also know that if you had won that incognito, I was most likely 99% sure going home the next week, because you would have had the SAP and I would have been in the top 3 regardless, and I just voted you. Just remember, you did vote me twice, and I was like, well, I need to get that another number out of here. So in my mind, you were the best target. I mean, if you were going to salty vote me, I mean, oh well, I would rather get to the end than I might get to the end with Amanda still here, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get out, and I might get one more jury vote. So at the end, I decided it was my best interest to get you out, and it helped me get here. So I'm sorry if you feel like I betrayed you and lied to you, but it's game of games. We're here to play, and we all played.
My question is this. On July 18th, you came to me to let me know that you were voting to evict Miles that round. Can you explain to me or show me the proof of myself coming after you prior to that statement?
Matthew, I knew exactly what I was doing in that moment. So I had told you that I was voting Miles, correct, on July 18th. Well, that got back to Miles, and I kind of knew it would, so I went ahead and there was also a rumor that was talking crap about Miles and Ganny, which was not true, so I went ahead and pinned all that on you, went full force with it, did not look back, and I was not letting go of it. Therefore, I did not want to lose my trust with Miles because I was working with Miles up in that point. I didn't want to think I was actually voting him, so I did pin it on you. I did not vote Miles that round, though. I was telling you I was going to vote Miles because I knew the person I was voting. You were close with them, so I did not want to let you know who I was voting. And then they went on incognito and come for me.
Played an amazing game. Got to where you wanted to be. A lot of people in the jury are a little kind of upset with how you played the game. My biggest thing is that I don't think you were honest with anyone this entire season all the way through. So my question is, was there anybody that you would say that you were 100% honest with?
Alright, well, so if you look back at where I was on each round, I was near everyone's top. So, and honestly, I tried to play an honest game at first, and it went right out the door, and I had no other choice but to start lying to people, because if I hadn't, I would have been going out the door. So, the one person I know I never lied to was Lizzie. So, I was loyal to Lizzie, 100%, never lied to Lizzie. I was also very loyal to Jake. I did lie to him right at the end, though. Other than that, I was honest to Jake the whole time until it was me versus him. So, that would be the answer to your question. But I do think that you can only be honest. You can't be 100% honest to everyone. You have to lie to do good.
I'm not that happy. I feel sad. I got dragged out, and I'm not gonna win. So you got your fame on Final 2. Now I want to make myself feel better. So what's your favorite thing about me, and what was the biggest game move that I made? I just also want to see if you're paying attention to other people's games, specifically mine, because I'm amazing. And the last thing I want to know is if I deserve to win that Final 5 immunity or assassin competition. Thank you. Good luck.
Alright, this is in response to Miles. Take 3, because I keep on going overtime. Miles, my favorite thing about you is I play mini games with you, and you're just an all-around great guy, a great person with a great humor. Should you won the challenge, I did not see your cup moving. I'll say that. So it's not up to us, of course, but I think you should have won, and it would have been better had you won, because we had a plan to get Shannon out, and that would have changed everything. Who knows, Jake could have been here with me instead. Dang it. But lastly, the best move you made, you already know what I'm going to say. Definitely when Jake, you, and myself were on the block, and you had the assassin, and instead of saving yourself, you saved Jake, which really opened up the opportunity for either me or you to win incognito, cancel out the votes, and then Joey goes home and drags out Missy, who at the time was our biggest threat in the game. So that was definitely the move.
Josh, my question to you is pretty much simple. I want you to explain to me and the rest of the jury who clearly don't get it, myself included, why you had to be a villain and why you made the choices you did. And remember to be human and explain it, and you might get a few votes.
Jake, I told you a little bit, but let me explain myself to you and the jurors. I have always been a hero in every single game I played, and it got a little tiring where I didn't want to play games anymore. I'm also a communications major where I actually am studying manipulation and because I'm a business minor as well. So there's a difference between game Josh and personal Josh. You and Lizzie, more so than everyone else, got to know personal Josh, where I'm making some jokes and talking and laughing and hee-hee, but then there's game Josh, and that changes every season. This season, I want to be more cutthroat, to be more villainous, because I feel like every story has a hero, every story has a villain. So I want it to be the villain. Look at the challenge. The main people in the challenge are villains, so that's why.
Curious what you would rate your jury management if you had to, and do you think that should be taken into account when voting, or if it should be based strictly on gameplay? Good luck.
Obviously a 10 out. No, like a 1 out of 10. But I was between a rock and a hard place going into the jury, and honestly, I did the best I could with what I had, and the lying and manipulating people got me to the final 2, and if without it, I definitely would have been somewhere in that jury right now. So, would I take it back? Absolutely not. Would I do it a little different? Maybe. But too late to do anything different. Right now, we're just going to hope for the best, hope people can see past the personal aspects into the game aspects to see that I really did play the game, and I played one of the best games this season. And to Shannon, good luck. This is the last question to be answered, so good luck to you. My final statement. So throughout this game, I had a lot of fun making new friends, making some new enemies, but it was all in good fun, and I'm glad that is over, to be honest with you. I know I played my best game, so end of the day, win or lose, I know I played my best game, and I'm glad to have played Game of Games again, and maybe I'll get a third opportunity to play. I don't know, we don't know the future, but I just want to thank Matthew and Miles for letting me play again, and the jurors. Just go ahead and vote whoever you want to vote. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I want to apologize for any actions that you all think were rude. Please get to know me outside of this game, and I promise you I'm not all this game. That's it. Well, good luck, Shannon.